Historically, humanity has treated spiritual laws as massive, exhausting checklists, a rigid ledger of rules and regulations one had to follow to be deemed a good person. Approaching morality like a legal contract creates a specific spiritual sickness. People often treat these rules as tools for self-validation, resulting in arrogance and willful ignorance. The symptoms of this sickness appear everywhere today: pain, fear, and anxiety caused by individuals who believe they are righteous simply because they adhere to technicalities. Meticulously checking boxes to stroke one's own ego defeats the purpose of spirituality and traps humanity in a cycle of suffering. Lord RayEl addressed this by stating he freed humanity from the bondage of the law of Moses, introducing what he calls the law of love. RayEl maintained the moral weight of the Mosaic foundation while shifting the requirements of its application. This new paradigm requires the law to become a living part of the human spirit, rather than an external list of restrictions. Shifting focus from a written contract to an internalized spirit allows the intended purpose of the law to take root within the individual. To understand the mechanics of this shift, look at a marriage. A husband might care for his wife strictly because a legal document dictates he must. He provides and follows the rules, but the action remains a contractual burden. When that same man cares for his wife out of genuine love, his actions are the same, but the sense of obligation vanishes. The work becomes a willful manifestation of his heart. As this diagram shows, every individual regulation of the old law is activated by two primary variables: love God and love each other. This form of love functions as a practical mechanism, a higher law that drives moral behavior through volition rather than fear. This chart demonstrates the mechanical condition of true love. One must consistently prioritize another person's needs above their own. This differs from unconditional love. Removing all boundaries and conditions from love breaks the mechanism, often degrading into a form of abuse. If the ultimate law is love, why doesn't God simply wave a hand and end all human struggle instantly? Lord RayEl explains that God deliberately feigns weakness to force humanity to step up and build its own spiritual strength. Worldly struggle serves as a training ground. God provides the framework, but we do the heavy lifting of putting others first to cure our own spiritual sickness. This brings us to the harvest described in Matthew chapter 13. This is an active, ongoing event where humanity is being sorted right now. This harvest represents the sorting process. Selfless love acts as the filter, splitting humanity into two streams. The rejected group, the harmful weeds, refuse to learn, isolating themselves in arrogance. The accepted group, the beneficial fruit, have humble hearts, using their time for the greater good. Worthiness is determined by a willingness to remain humble and embrace illumination, rather than the ability to memorize a religious checklist. Applying this daily starts with humility. Acknowledge God as the teacher, and you are the learner. Second, evaluate motives before acting. Distinguish between a begrudging sense of obligation and genuine service. Finally, seek out practical moments today to place someone else's well-being above your own. Spiritual growth comes through daily choices driven by the law of love, moving past the static tally of a scorecard